Hey, what's up, Army? Welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to share this space with me. I hope you're doing well. Let's just get into it. The Tarot of Dreams I've been seeing all day, and to be perfectly honest with you, I've been seeing red wands and the devil. So I don't know what's up with that. The color today is pink. The stone today is amethyst. So get your amethyst on. Get your pink on. Get your rose quartz on. It is just love, light, and intuition. And honestly, I want that to be every day. 101. I say and end a lot. I'm really recognizing that, and I don't know what to do with that. It's just how I talk, I guess. All right. I keep hearing that song, and I channeled this in a reading before. Don't ask me what reading that was. It was a while ago. How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. I don't know. I took a break from the last video that I did, and I was coming inside, and that's what I heard as I was making my way back down here. Making my way back to you, babe. So I don't know what is about to come through because it's just all over the place. I just heard mangoes. Mangoes. I saw mangoes. Heard mangoes. Remember that? Remember that? Man, I don't know if you're gonna remember this. You're gonna have to look it up. What is his name? Chris Kattan on Saturday Night Live. He did that character Mongo. I don't know why it's coming into my head right now, but it is. Two of Cups and the Emperor. I'll be making my way back to you, babe. I don't know the rest of the words. I'll be making my way back to you, babe. Yeah, this energy is so light. It just feels so good. It really truly does. It just feels good. So I hope it stays that way. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. I'm hearing somebody talking, but I don't know what they're saying. I just heard I'm talking to you. Listen, if you're talking to me, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. Like I literally see somebody talking to the screen. I don't know. All right. What messages do you have, please? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. There's this like, oh my God, I get this so many. It must just be like me starting to channel, and I feel like I've said this before, but I get like this nervous energy sometimes. It's ridiculous. I'm not nervous, but there's like this hesitation. There's this hesitation. I don't know. Maybe you're anticipating what cards are gonna come out. I don't freaking know what's happening. All right. I keep licking my finger and not shuffling. Let me just do this. Please, Spirit, show me what you got. Two of Cups. The Moon. We're doing 5. Six of Cups. This moon energy is confusing me. Tree of Life. There he is. The Devil. Give me a second. This is crazy. This is... It's an illusion I'm hearing. What's an illusion? I don't know. I also heard the devil is controlling a family. See, what I don't like about this is this Six of Cups. I mean, Six of Cups usually has children in it, right? But with the Tree of Life and the devil so close to it, I don't like it. And the moon over here, I don't like it. What I love about this devil card is the Fool is inside this cage, terrified of this energy. The door is open. It's giving me that Stockholm Syndrome energy. This control, this cult-like energy. I was feeling so good too. This energy is making you feel like freedom isn't free. I mean, is freedom free? Are we actually free, right? It almost feels like, I'm not going to say it almost. It feels like this devil energy is weighing something or someone down. Something's got somebody afraid to jump, to go, to move, to leave a situation. That fear is an illusion. I'm getting the energy that whoever I'm picking up on, this is a generational thing or a past life thing or both. This is like a hurdle you've never been able to get over before. Something that's been able to control you lifetime after lifetime. There's something you feel you deserve or something you feel you don't deserve. Maybe it's this Two of Cups. It's it's like you're afraid to move forward with something because you don't feel like you deserve it because of what you've done in your past. This fear, this fear has been holding down your 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 bloodline, your lineage. It's setting the stage for generations to come. We spoke about this. I don't remember what reading. Hang on a second. All right, sorry. I lost my train of thought. Somebody is literally paralyzed by fear. It's not a fear of success. It's not, it's this feeling of unworthiness. It's an inability to forgive yourself. It's this fear. It's like, if I get into this relationship with somebody, friendship, romantic, whatever it is, it's this fear of intimacy, but not like in this emotionally closed off way. There's this fear of being judged. It's the energy of somebody who has grown through stuff and healed stuff and changed their perspective and been able to change their lifestyle or change how they're living. My nose is itching like crazy. Change how they're living, but still remaining isolated, keeping a part of yourself hidden. Keeping a part of yourself hidden because it's like this deep dark secret that you don't want anybody to know. That keeps you from, or this person, I don't know, take it as I assume, that keeps you from this. Because there's this energy of wanting this relationship, wanting the quote unquote love of your life, right? But being terrified of it, at the same time, being terrified of that level of intimacy, because if you have somebody that's stuttering, somebody stutters when they get nervous, because that level of intimacy requires an equal level of honesty. I'm hearing I don't want anyone to see the monster I've been. It's like wanting a relationship with somebody and knowing that that person is going to see right through you, knowing that in order to keep this person, you need to be an open book, because if you hide anything and they find out, that's worse, right? But this is what's holding you back. Maybe there's shame about, no, I mean there could be shame about your family, but this feels personal. There's something deep. It would be easy to say trauma, right? But this is not so much about the trauma. This is about the effects of the trauma. It's like something happened, or you did something that you're not proud of. But the energy that I'm getting is that your thought process that is keeping you in this cage, your thought process that is keeping you from taking that leap, is manipulation. Somewhere along the line of your life, or during or after this event, somebody made you feel like maybe you shared this with somebody and they rejected you as a result. Maybe there was a time you opened the door and you tried to let yourself out, and this and whoever you opened up to laughed at you, judged you, ridiculed you, criticized you, abandoned you. There's this energy that it's like there is something. I just heard treasure. That you want, or that you want to reach for. But it's the vulnerability for you. It's the vulnerability. That's what this childlike energy is. It's the vulnerability. It's this energy of like being hurt so many times in the past, or being rejected so many times for who you are, being rejected for sharing your feelings. Maybe, man or woman. I feel like men get this more than women, but this doesn't have to be a man. But I do feel like society makes it more shameful for men to share their feelings. maybe you tried and somebody said it was your fault. Somebody didn't understand where you were coming from. Somebody didn't, I'm hearing they didn't understand your heart. But I just did it's uploading now. I just did a channeled message along the lines of not repeating the stories. So in this case, the fear of vulnerability that you're feeling is a result of your past. And when we continue to relive the stories of the past, well, I did this before and this is what happened, and we continue to stay in that energy, we bring it into our present and project it into our future. If you have truly grown, if whatever happened in the past truly is just a thing of the past, then your focus needs to be on people seeing you for who you are, instead of the past experiences of people not understanding you. You have created a bigger, better, brighter version of yourself. But there are still some beliefs that you're holding on to that are holding you back from being able to embrace this bigger, brighter, better version of yourself. It's like, I'm this bigger, brighter, better version of myself, but nobody else needs to know it. It's like hiding your light because it feels safer. Let me give you, Spirit's giving me this example, so I'm going to give it to you. It's very trivial compared to this, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. I started doing art, and people started telling me I should put it online. I should share it. People need to see this. It's really good. You should share it. You can share it. I didn't want to share it because the art was my intimate moments with myself, where they were free from judgment. And I was afraid of it being rejected. I was afraid of it being put out there and ridiculed and criticized. I wanted to keep it to myself because it brought me so much joy. I didn't want anybody else to ruin it. But eventually I started breaking out of that. And I moved into spaces where I was painting live in front of people, which, starting off, I was fucking terrified. I'm not going to lie to you. But now I can confidently create art and share it without any of those fears that I used to feel. And I've had people look at my art and cry. I don't know why. Maybe it's the emotion I put into it. I don't know what it is. But when I refused to share it, that was a version of hiding my light. always making videos and taking selfies of myself, of taking selfies, always with a filter on. That was a version of hiding my light. Whoever you are, you want to share the most intimate and vulnerable part of yourself, because it's dying to get out. But the fear is crippling you. You know, what I've learned to do in situations like this is write it out and really analyze myself. What am I afraid of? Why am I afraid of it? How far back does that go? Who told me that? Where does it stem from? And really analyze the event or the person or the root of the fear. When you look at it, when you face that demon, and instead of running from it, try to understand it. Try to see where it's coming from. And try to nurture yourself, love yourself, and accept yourself the way you want other people to love, nurture, and accept you. If there is still this fear, then that means you are still carrying shame and guilt about it, even though you've changed. This is reprogramming or needing to reprogram. And I lost it. This is needing to reprogram, and also, thank you, learning to forgive yourself. And because when you forgive yourself, when you recognize why you feel a certain way, you're accepting yourself. When you forgive yourself, you're accepting yourself. And you gain another level of confidence. And with that growth and with that healing, if somebody does reject the most intimate part of you, it's not so damaging, because it becomes less about you and more about them. Take it back to my art. When I was terrified to share it, and I shared it, and somebody was like, well, I don't really like that color combination, or I don't really understand it. I don't get where you were going with this painting. I would take it to heart. I'd be like, oh my God, I suck. It's horrible. It's terrible. But as I grew as an artist, as I gained my confidence, as my hand stopped shaking every time I put the paintbrush to the canvas, and I looked at it, and I knew it felt good to me. It looked good to me. I was confident in it. Then somebody could say to me, I don't really like that. All right, that's your opinion. Thank you for sharing. That vulnerability isn't so scary when we're willing to look at what that really is and why we take somebody else's words or somebody else's reaction to our vulnerability so personally. When there's confidence in putting it out there and putting yourself out there, when you're confident in who you are, despite your past, because you know you faced it, you healed it, you've taken it to God, you've forgiven yourself, you've owned it, you stopped blaming yourself. There's confidence that comes with it. And it's like, listen, you can judge me on my past all you want, but this is who I am now. This is where I live. I live here. I live now. This feels like a very personal reading. Love and accept yourself. And know that regardless of your past or the choices that you've made, what matters is the choices that you're making now. And you deserve this just as much as anybody else. Just as much as anybody else. Maybe you have abuse in your past. You know, I have abuse in my past. I was I don't really want to trigger anybody, but I was sexually abused at a very young age, and I buried it. Buried it. I was very young. I buried it, and I got to a point, I would say maybe like 7th or 8th grade, where I kept getting these flashbacks, and I realized that it actually happened to me. Right? And I opened up to somebody about it. And I was overheard on the phone telling somebody about it. And what this person said to me was, you really shouldn't tell people that because they're going to think you're damaged. They're going to think there's something wrong with you. And that really affected me at that time. Because I was young. I was like 12, 13. And I had just come to grips with the fact that it happened. But I see now that the only reason they said that to me is because that's what they had believed about their own abuse. That's what they believed about themselves, and they projected that onto me. Because anytime I've opened up to somebody about that, no one has ever in my entire life looked at me like it was my fault or like I was damaged goods. I don't know what this is, but like it came out in the beginning. It's an illusion. Your fear is an illusion. I get it because I can feel it. I can feel this not wanting to open up. I can feel this fear of rejection. I can feel this fear of being vulnerable. And all I can say is work on it, because it's a lie. And if somebody can't handle your vulnerability, if somebody can't handle your honesty, that's on them. That's not on you. Having the courage to be vulnerable, that's that ripple effect we want. That's what we want to teach those that come after us. Like, it's okay to be you. It's okay to own your mistakes. It's okay to own your past, grow and move past it. Like I said before, there's no growth when the fear of facing our demons rules us. I didn't exactly say it like that, but you get me. This got really deep. This got really deep. I've been seeing this all day, so I knew something was coming out. This got really deep. And whoever you are, you're beautiful and you are loved by the divine. God is forgiving. And I think it's time that you forgive yourself and heal whatever this is, because you're worth it. You're worth it. There's been a lot that you've come through and overcome, and it's almost like this is that last thread, that last chink to the chain that holds you back from embracing everything that you want to be. There's this genuine part of you that wants so badly to be expressed and is so terrified to do it. But you can do it. You can do it. Just work through it and heal it. And fuck what anybody says. I don't want to pull any more cards. I don't. I got so much off of these cards, it's ridiculous. Drop the mask, I'm hearing. There is this face you show the world that's not you. And that face that you're showing the world is attracting a bunch of people that are not you, not in alignment with your core, because it's like false advertising. And that's the reason why, your vulnerability has been rejected in the past. It's like, it's like a, like the tough guy that shows no emotion, that just, like, I don't know how to explain it. Shows no emotion, doesn't really take anything seriously, is always, joking around and whatever. And then, like, has one night with all his friends. He wants to open up and talk about some shit. These guys are like, who the fuck are you? What are you drunk? What are you talking about? Where are you coming from with all this emotion shit? Like, what are you saying? Like, shut the fuck up. Like, what are you, a pussy? What are you that? You're just in the wrong crowd. And you ended up in the wrong crowd because of this persona that you built to protect the very person that you are. But we can't attract like-minded people or like-spirited people if we're not willing to be vulnerable. Being vulnerable attracts other people willing to be vulnerable. Being compassionate towards yourself attracts other people that will be compassionate towards you. Being forgiving of yourself attracts people that will be willing to forgive, love, and understand. But we can't attract forgiving, loving, understanding people when we can't forgive, love, and understand ourselves. Whoever you are, you have very beautiful energy. And I can't see how anybody can't see that. It's obvious to me. It's very obvious to me that you have a good heart. You have a good heart that was never respected. And you deserve that. This goes back to childhood. This goes all the way back. It's a lifetime of people not understanding you. It's a lifetime of living behind a mask, living behind a shell, because you're just afraid people aren't going to like you for exactly who you are. You got to like you for exactly who you are first. As within, so without. That's how it works. I'm going to pull... Animal or sacred spirit? Animal. 4422. Make me get out my glasses for these because I can't see these for shit. humpback whale singer. Give me a second. You're going to like this. You are. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose, and the power is in your soul. This is speaking your truth unapologetically. Loving yourself for exactly who you are. Deleting the old programming of people that have told you you ain't shit. You know what kind of people tell other people they ain't shit? Ain't shit people. I'm just saying. Another one. There's a moon back there. It almost looks like a pearl. What the? Pronghorn? I didn't even know that was a thing. Pronghorn, action. Now is the time. I still can't read this. Hold on a second. Let me get over here. Okay. Now is the time. Now, oh, I'm sorry. I never ruined a reading so bad in my life, but I cannot read this. Now is the time. Okay, that's a period. I thought it was. Okay. Now is the time. Opportunity is here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. Like I said, your fear is an illusion. You're being guided to move towards something. This is making me think of what we've spoken about before and what came up in the channeled message that I did earlier. Consider the possibility that this fear is something that has held you back for lifetimes. That is why it is so difficult to overcome. For lifetimes, you have not been able to overcome this one thing, this one fear. You're at the level that you've always gotten to and failed. Do you want to actually take that leap forward and follow what you're being called to? Or do you want to fail your mission again? That is provided whatever it is you're reaching for is not to harm anyone or anything. Let's make that clear, because karma is very real. But this doesn't feel like it. This feels like you're being drawn to change. You're being called to action on something that you're terrified of because it will bring out a level of vulnerability that you're not used to. Do you actually want to beat this level, this life? That's for you to answer. Another one. Okay, we got two, so we're going to call it. Okay. First, we have the snow leopard, self-reliance. Snow leopards are beautiful, I just got to tell you. You are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. Follow your intuition. You know what I thought of when I was reading this? Totally popped in my head. That scene from Big Daddy when the kid is afraid. So Adam Sandler gives him sunglasses and tells him that he's invisible, and then all of a sudden he's not afraid anymore. That's what that reminded me of. But this is not saying retreat. This is saying follow your intuition, follow spirit and what you're being guided to do. And the last card that we have is the giraffe. Visionary. Rise above earthly matters. Glide through life with grace. You were able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of just as much love as you're willing to give other people. You are worthy of a healthy exchange. But you're not going to find it if you keep hiding behind fear. I'm going to leave it at that. If you're still with me, you already know you're a real one. 5252. I hope you got something out of this message. I really do. And thank you for watching. Thank you for still being here. And thank you for all you guys do to keep this channel alive. I'll catch you on the next one. You're beautiful. I love you.